Good morning. Hi, I'm Sharon from Sharon Shed Signs and Designs, and I am coming to you live this morning on the Decoupage Central page as well as on my page, Sharon Shed Signs and Designs. Let me get us brought up so that I can see how well I am one thing lined up and so that I can see the comments. Where's my mouse? Let's see. I've got Decoupage Central's page drawn up, and I'm fine there. If you just say hi and let me know that you're here. There I am on my page. All right. Good morning, Cheryl. Hey, Jeanette. How are you? Sunny, warm Texas, huh? It's going to be that here today, but then it's going to go downhill sharply, quickly. Okay. I asked last week what people would like to have me do, and one thing was these composition notebooks. And you can use any notebook you want. It doesn't have to be this one, but we're going to decorate them. They make great gifts. This particular one is from Dollar Tree. You can't beat the price. It makes a nice, reasonable gift. Hey, Larry. Hey, Dorothy. I don't imagine it's Larry, but if it is, hi. Hey, Tara. How are you? And Karen, good morning, good morning. Okay, Cheryl, I think I said hi to you. I hope I did. All right. So we're going to do these notebooks. The first one that I'm doing, I'm going to do a paint inlay, and I haven't done that on paper before, so we're going to see how that turns out. Hopefully it will, but cut me a little slack if it doesn't. And then I've got a couple other designs I'm going to do. I'm not going to do the backs today. I'm just going to do the fronts, but you certainly could do the backs. You could paint them coordinating color or the same color and leave them plain. You could stencil on them. You could do another piece of rice paper that coordinates with what you've done on front. So the possibilities are endless. So I was thinking on my paint inlay, I'm going to use this one from the Portofino package, which is available. But I thought as far as gifts go, then this would make a nice one. You don't always want it to be decorated for Christmas. So I'm going to do that. I put 3 light coats of paint on this, and I had to get it covered, so hopefully that's not going to be too much for my inlay. I usually use 2. You've done a lot of these? Yeah, people do like them. They're pretty cute. Good morning. Is it Loanna? I don't know. Anyway, good morning. I'm glad to have you, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Yeah, I like this inlay too. I think it's going to be cute, so we'll see how that goes. I've got a 220 sanding block here that I'm going to run over this just lightly with. I ordered a one of these mini sanders from Amazon that is supposed to be, a 220. There's no way that it is. It feels rougher than an 80, so I'll just go with my sanding block. Anyway, normally you would put on 2 coats of paint. Hey, Linda, how are you? And Tara, you just finished some of these. Yeah, you can do them any size you want to. They're great. Good morning, Joan. Good morning, Christina. And anybody that I might have missed. Is anybody on? I'm not seeing any comments on Decoupage Central's page. Anyhow, I'll put another light coat of paint on to lay this down in. And I'm going to pretty well put it everywhere just so that I can make sure that I've got it wet where I'm going to lay the inlay. So, hey, Stephanie, how are you? Hey, Deb. I hope you guys are all doing great this morning. It is really a pretty day here. It's supposed to start getting rain by in the morning, though, and turn cooler and then be way cooler by Sunday night, Monday morning. We're going to have a hard freeze, and it's going to be cold, but then it'll warm back up gradually. All right, that's wet. I am going to spray my inlay on the ink side. Make sure it's good and wet. And you can tell the ink side, because if it's not the ink side, it's lighter, and it's not so much lighter right now because I just sprayed it, but if you were looking at it before you sprayed it, it would be lighter. So I want to make sure just lightly that I've got that on there. Don't want to rub on it too much, or I'll have paint where I don't. I'll have it smeared is what I'll have. All right. I use Dixie Belle drop cloth to paint this. I think chalk paint works the best. So I'm going to press this down in there real good. You could use a brayer. I don't have such good luck with a brayer. I tend to smear my paint with it, but so I would rather just dab it with a paper towel or my shop towel or something. So I think I've got all pressed down in the paint good. And I'm going to wet it just a little bit more. And then I'm going to set it aside while we do others, and so it can dry. So I'm going to lay that over there. Got another one, and I'm going to use, I've got stuff everywhere that I'm going to use for these. You can embellish them any way you want to. I'm going to use this piece of rice paper called Holiday Cardinals. And it comes where this is actually a separate piece from the rest of the thing. So anyway, so I've got two pieces there. I debated about painting this with French linen, but I think since it's going to be covered all over, I'd like it to be a little lighter, so I'm going to use the drop cloth again. Beautiful day in Texas. Hey, Brenda. How are you all? Beautiful in Illinois, but rain and cold temps after today? Yeah, for sure. Deb, where are you at in Illinois? I'm in Illinois too, and that's what we're going to have. So, anyway. Good morning, Christina. I hope I said hi to you. All right. My memory's about shot. Anyway. So I'm going to just, in this case, I'm just going to put one coat of paint. And it's slick, so sometimes it takes a couple coats, or you could put some Dixie Belle gloss on it before you paint it, but I think this is fine. I maybe should use a second coat just so it is lighter under my rice paper. I don't want it showing through. These particular notebooks are available at Walmart too, but they're more expensive than they are at Dollar General. Right. Good morning, Barb. How are you? Rain, it's coming here. Coming here. By tomorrow morning, I think. And then it's supposed to clear off for a while during the day and then rain again and get colder. So I'll give it another coat just to make sure it doesn't all show through my rice paper. Don't think it would, but better safe than sorry. That's better. Well, that's just moving the paint because it's wet right there. Isn't doing good to add more paint unless it's dry. There. Good enough. I think while I've got the paint out, I'm just going to go ahead and do my next notebook too. Let that dry a minute. 58. Sunny and very windy in southeast Idaho, yeah. Right now it's 59 here, and it is pretty windy. I think we're supposed to get in the 60s today, I believe. It is sunny and it's pretty. Get the spine. Dry it and give it a second coat again. I'm just afraid that'll show through. You're new? Well, welcome, Bernadine, and good morning to you. I hope you enjoy it. You're from Oregon? All right, I love it out that way. Haven't been to Oregon, but Washington is beautiful. We're turning composition books into a gift. Hey Lisa, how are you? Almost dry enough for a second coat. I'll dry that one while I'm at it. A sunny day does lift your spirits for sure. Love sunshine. All right, put a little bit more on this and then we'll get with it. Hey, Nikki, how are you? One more lovely day till the weather changes? Yeah, pretty much the same here. Pretty much the same here. It's not going to be absolutely freezing cold until Monday. Sunday, Monday maybe. But, yeah. It's going to start raining and turning cooler. Need to dry that so I can put my paint on it. Thank you. I appreciate that, Nikki. You're from Pekin? I was just up that way. My son lives in Washington, and I went up Sunday afternoon and stayed till Tuesday morning. We're babysitting. Oh, it keeps moving on me. You're feeling a bit rough? Well, I'm sorry. I've kind of felt a bit rough this week. I don't know what the deal is. Feeling better right now. Put some more paint on there and quit going over it because I'm bunching it up. Still am. Well, it'll be okay. It's all going to be covered with rice paper anyway. Dry that and then fix it. Cold rain. Oh, snow. Yuck, we're not supposed to get that. So, just the rain. Good enough. I'm going to set that aside to dry while I do the other one. Nope, no comments on Decoupage Central page. I was just checking. Hey, Marianne. You don't get notifications anymore? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what the deal is. All right. I'm going to use my Pentart Decoupage Varnish and Glue. I'm getting kind of low on it, but I think I've got enough. Jim has gone to get an MRI on his back, so it's only me and the animals here. It's quiet. No TV. All right. This rice paper is called Holiday Cardinals, and I cut it out rather than tore it because I just don't like the torn edges when you're doing something like this. And then my bottom piece. I am not sure why it comes with that separate, but maybe it's just me. I sometimes have these dub moments, sometimes longer than a moment. So. All right, I'm going to dry that, and then I've got some extra on the edges that I'm going to try to sand off. Put another coat on it, a top coat, and we'll decorate it a little. You can do several of these in no time, and there's just endless ways that you can decorate them. Thanks, Sherry. Appreciate that. All right, I'm going to try to sand this off. I guess I'll use this new sander just for the heck of it. But there's no way this is 220 sandpaper, I can tell you. Tell you for sure. I think I'm going to put a little more drop cloth on the edge where I sanded that off of there. I mean, that's not bad, but it'll look better painted. Okay. And some more. I tried to cut it to the perfect amount that I needed, but obviously that didn't happen. That's close. Almost got it all off of there. Right, now I'm going to put a top coat on it. I think this is pretty paper. And I know it says Holiday Cardinals, but I think they do for all winter. Okay, I'm going to dry this. Finish decorating it. I do too. Nikki, I love cardinals. Good and dry. All right. I'm going to use a little of my Vintage Photo Distressed Oxide there. Edges that I had to cut off kind of had a vintage look, the same color. All right. I think that's pretty. That'd be pretty just like that, you know what? But I have got, I'm going to keep those up here because I'm probably going to use them again. Oh, what am I planning to use for this? Let's see. Somewhere. I have this all laid on the floor for a minute because I couldn't find room for it. Oh, I see where the lace is. It is on the floor. Let me get it. The cat must have got it. I'm going to use this lace. And what else was I planning? I don't know. Put the lace on there first. Cut my edge straight. I've got a better pair of scissors for cutting things like this. I need to get them out. Those others are getting so old they kind of chew things up. I think I'm going to put it like there and there. And say, I know I've got a glue gun here somewhere. Maybe I'll use paper towel. I've got things for my fingers to use so I don't get burnt, but I don't know what I did with them. Anyway. Then I'll cut off this edge. Got this little bit of holly I think I'll use. And I don't think you want to overdo it with the decorations if they're going to use the book to write in or anything. Stand up again. Again. And I'm thinking that's all I'm going to do for this one right now anyway. I do want some more glue on there though. And there. So that it doesn't all, because when you bend the book then it puckers out. Okay, so this is all I'm going to do to the holiday cardinals. I think they're cute. Then, how is my inlay coming? I think I'll finish drying it. Get good and dry. When it's all dry, this picture won't look nearly as vivid as it did when it's wet. That's too dry. Now spray it lightly. You can see that it gets a lot brighter when it's wet. that down a little again. And now, give it just a second, then I'm going to peel it up. And there shouldn't be any resistance, hopefully. We'll see how this goes, because like I said, I've never done this on a book. That didn't do anything right there. Put it down. Actually, maybe I should put a little bit of paint under there and then lay it down. And I'll start at the top. Don't want this real thick, but I just want a layer of wet paint on there. I probably didn't have wet paint down there when I put the paint on. I probably didn't go down that far. It's probably my problem. All right, let's try this up here. Might get hold of an edge. And you can reuse these. The more you use them, the less vibrant they are. But if you go for a vintage look, then they're fine. So far, so good. A little bit there that I did not get good. I think. Try this again. Wet that all again, let it lay down for a little bit. Mostly it looked really good. And I knew that this spot up here looked light when I pressed it down. I'm going to give it just a few minutes and go ahead and start on this next one, which I am going to do a winter stag. And where did I lay the book after I painted it? Up here. I think that's pretty too. Very cool. All right. Back to my Pent Art decoupage medium and glue. Press in the middle. Hey, Brenda. Okay, we'll give it a minute. All right. This decoupage, this is Pent Art decoupage medium and glue. I'll get it in a minute. All right. This down. There, that is more like it. I think this is really a pretty piece of rice paper as well. Try that. Oh, it did. I get the notebooks at Dollar Tree. You can get them at Walmart as well, but Dollar Tree's cheaper. I think this view is beautiful. Wanda, I sure do. There goes Avery barking. She's had a barky morning. She barks at anything that moves outside the window. Sorry about her. Don't know what is with her today, but that's basically what she's done. I guess there's lots of activity outside. Could be a bird or a squirrel, particularly a squirrel. She thinks she would love to get a hold of a squirrel, and I'm thinking, not really. All right. I'm going to put a top coat on. I love the color of the flowers they've got on the wreath. They look like they're roses, but I don't know if that's what they are. Very pretty. This deer kind of has a little bit of a muted look. I just really like it. Okay, I've got that smoothed out, so I'm going to go ahead and dry it. I made a tag earlier that says winter stag. I'm going to put some of this vintage photograph on it too, though. Not showing much. I should have painted it, but I didn't want to. Didn't want to. I'm going to wad it up a little bit. Tear it a little bit, maybe. It's pretty tough stuff. There. to take some jute. Gonna glue that down. Got rid of my shop towel. Well, the glue's going to be dried before I ever get the shop towel. Okay, that appears to be okay. Wrap it around a couple of times, at least 2 or 3. Okay. Hot glue. All right. Got the 3. I have got a button. Glue, I think, right about there. I was going to use winter stag, but I'm not. But I have 2 little wooden deer that I was going to use. Oh, there they are. And I thought about painting them darker. Oh, I didn't get that edge. But then I don't think they'd show up very well. There, that's better. All right. Anyway, I think I'll put a deer there. Although, debating whether I want to do that or not. Yeah, I think I will. One up here. And then I'm going to take some vintage photo. I'll put some of it on my deer. There, that makes them darker without being too dark. there's our deer book. And let's finish the inlay one and we'll be done. Make sure it's dry. Spray it just a little. All right, start over here. And I'm not having any resistance, so that's good. Got the bottom fixed good. I don't know that I'm real happy with this part, but it's okay. Doesn't all have to be perfect. I will let this set a good 24 hours and then I'll spray it with Rust-Oleum 2 times Ultra Grip, 2 times Ultra Grip Satin Clear is what I'm going to use to spray it. All right, I'm going to take some white. Lace in this case, even though that's this is, it's not a bright white. The background isn't, I'm saying it's an off-white. Okay, a little smear there. I'll put a little more Dixie Belle on it with the drop cloth. Okay. Dry that. Okay, and another piece of the white lace. Okay, and then I've got piece of Totally Dazzled. Some other colored gems that I think I'm going to put right there. Okay, so got our inlay flowers, our winter stag, that's the name of that rice paper too, and this is the Portofino inlays, and then our holiday cardinals, got glue strings. Anyway, I hope you like those. Oh, well, good, Donna. I'm glad you're here. I think it's a great gift idea for a Sunday school class or, family, friends, gym. You know, we have a thing at church where a woman brings a woman's gift and they're all put in a pile, and you know. But anyway, so this is something that is about due for anybody, I think. I think they're cute and they're fun, they're quick, they're cheap. So, you know, you don't have a whole lot of money in them, especially if you get the notebook at Dollar Tree. You know, around $5. So I think it makes a great gift. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I will be live again on Sunday this week, so hopefully I will see you then. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Sharon. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay warm. And hopefully I'll see you Sunday. Thanks. Bye-bye.